Deborah with Pinching Pesos here, and I've been a bad YouTuber. I haven't did my They Paid What sales update video in like a week and a half. I missed last week. Sorry guys, I probably have like 1 subscriber, so I've been a bad girl. So anyway, let's get started with our sales. eBay was doing pretty good. I've been doing my list it or forget it listing challenge, and it's been forcing me to list items. Okay, here's how it's going 2 ways. It's forcing me to list, but what it's kind of doing is forcing me to list things that I should get rid of, because for some reason my brain sees $5 bills everywhere. I'm like, there's $5 and there's $5 and there's $5, and you know, I really should get rid of it. But in a business like parts, I'm used to the smalls. I'm used to items that, you know, didn't take very long to list, and I listed 10 of them, you know, and they're going to bring me $5, but that's $5 times 10. So I kind of have that mindset on things, and so it's really hard for me to just get rid of my $5. But with the way that things are going and the progress that I'm making and the fact that I haven't been sourcing, I've only gone out twice, and all the things that I bought are already listed. They're not sitting there on a shelf waiting for me. I think I'm going to be finished with that entire eBay room within the next month. So by the end of June, it should be empty. It should all be listed, and life will be glorious, and sales will be streaming in by the $5 bills. Just kidding. I have been getting rid of some stuff, not as much as I probably should, but I'm at least listing them instead of letting things sit up on the shelf. So here's my sales for the week. Not bad, not bad. 20 items, doing pretty good. Now, since I didn't do a video last week, I wanted to show you one of the items that I was selling, and this is one of the things on the get in and get out. I was selling these Minions. I had Minion Tic Tacs. I ran into a display of them. I got lucky because they weren't actually released yet. I don't know why they were on the floor. Somebody put it out, and like the rest of the nation didn't have them yet. So I bought all that they had. There was 17 packs of them, and I sold all 17 packs for $12.95 free shipping. I could have sold them for a little bit higher. There was one other seller that was selling them for $15.95 whenever I listed mine. But I was really worried about the price tanking and me being stuck with all of these Tic Tacs, and I don't like Tic Tacs. So what you gonna do? I blew them out. They were all gone. And this is another one of those things I've had somebody comment before about, well, why do you make such little money on your items? Why is that okay for you in certain things? I probably profited, you know, $4, $5 each on these little Minion Tic Tacs, but I sold 17 of them in a week. Took me nothing to ship those little guys, and so they were gone. And I actually saw a display of the little tiny Minion Tic Tacs, and I didn't even bother to look them up because I knew the price was going to be down and it wasn't going to be worth it. So anyway, I just wanted to show you that since I touched on it a little bit on the video before, and then I didn't make a video last week, and then so you were going to miss all of the Minions because they all sold out in a week. So yay, Minions. Let me get back on track. So the first thing that sold last week was an absolute utter mistake. Okay? I sold the spit rod of the Ronco machine. Now, a spit rod is what you put the chicken on. That's this. And it was supposed to be $29.95. I don't know what happened. I don't know if my finger slipped. but it was $9.95. Free shipping on a 3-pound item. So, luckily it went one state over. Go Arkansas. And so I didn't actually lose any money on the item. If it would have gone anywhere else, I would have lost money. So I didn't actually lose any money on the item because it was one state over, so I think it only cost me like $6 and something to ship it. And, but I didn't get my $20 that I should have had. Check your prices, because I screwed up. So, anywho, normally those sell for $29.95 all day long, no problem. You know, I just made a mistake. Next up, these are chutney coffees. I actually had bought them back when I was sourcing for Amazon. They did not have a listing on Amazon, and I only had 3, so I wasn't going to bother making one. So I went ahead and did a listing on eBay, and they sold $29.95. I had paid $2 each for them, and I sold them in a three boxes, so $6. Farberware basket handles. I got these off of another reseller who sold them to me from his pallet. So there are actually 2 of them sold to the same person for $12.95 each. And they're really light, so they went first class, like 10 ounces for the 2 of them. So I came out with, $25. I would say I paid, let's say I paid $2 each for them, which probably didn't. It was probably less than that. So I had these ski boots. I bought them because they were interesting. I noticed them sitting up on the shelf, and I paid way too much money for them. I think I paid $12.99 for them. And it was ski season, and I remember getting offers on them, and I remember turning down those offers, and then I'm thinking, why did I do that? Because I ended up selling them pretty much for cost. I sold them on a best offer of $18 plus shipping. So essentially, I made a couple bucks, really, is how it turned out. I made a couple bucks. So this was not a goodbye, but it is goodbye. Goodbye, ski boots. So they're not in my inventory anymore, which would make it worse. This is one of the items that I listed. I listed for the Listed and or Forget It challenge because I have had these for a long time, and I didn't list them because they weren't worth very much. And I was like, oh, what's the point, blah, blah, blah. So I went ahead and took a couple pictures of them and put them up the other day, and they sold like in less than 24 hours. So originally when I bought them, I think I paid $2.99 for them. May have been $4.99, but I'm pretty sure it was $2.99 because they didn't have the box. So that went well. And then let's see. We have this Casa Moda. These are the little dishes out of the s'mores makers, and I had one, and actually I had a leak outside, and the box got totally trashed. So I ended up thinking, all right, I'm going to part out the little pieces, and I actually sold the other dishes a while back. These sold like a ding dong. I accepted a best offer of like $9 free shipping, thinking they were first class item because I wasn't thinking. Totally not a first class item. Those little dishes are really heavy. I put them in a flat rate padded envelope. I had them wrapped up really good. One of them broke. But I got amazing feedback from my customer, like nothing broke. He put, that it was described and everything was amazing and blah, blah, blah. So it worked out really well. He was really happy with my customer service. Essentially, I just asked him to send me a picture, and within 15 minutes, I had issued him a refund, and then I'll be able to get my money back from the post office if I do a claim, which I probably won't because that's paperwork I gotta do, and we all don't like doing paperwork. Sorry about that. So, next up was more Rust-Oleums. I took a best offer on these of, I think, $25 each. No, I did $35 each on those. They went free shipping, which I'm not really sure why because it says calculated. Let's do some investigation. Sure does say calculated. I wonder why that went free shipping. I'll have to ask eBay about that. So anyway, they went to because they're pretty expensive. It's $24, 24 pounds to ship 2 of these. Anyway, $70 I got on those. They were, I think shipping was like $18 or something like that. Anyway, next up was this Black & Decker Space Maker piece. Okay, Black & Decker Space Makers are amazing money, right? Especially if you sell them on Amazon. I have sold a couple of them. They go for really good money. This one didn't work. I paid $6.99 for it. It wouldn't power on. And I didn't feel like trying to fix it. So I parted it out. And I sold the little filter holder. It was $12.95 plus shipping. And I also sold the water tank. It was $19.95 plus shipping. And I also sold the carafe. And it was $24.95. And that one was free shipping, I believe. No, it wasn't. I lied. They paid for shipping. $24.95 plus shipping. So anywho, that sold pretty awesome. $25, $20, so that's $45 plus the other $12. So $50. And I didn't even sell the machine because it was broke. So, yay, parting out. This was something I paid $2.99 for it, and I essentially listed it because it was easy. And I was recovering my money because it didn't have the stand that was supposed to go with it. And it was something I picked up, so I had to list it, or I was going to have to throw it away or donate it. And if it was going to take me 2 minutes to list it, why not? So I did recover my money because I paid $2.99 for it. And they paid for shipping, so I made a couple bucks, and it's out the door. This is another item that I listed for the List It or Forget It challenge because it was there. These curlers actually came off of a different set. I don't know why they were attached to it because it had curlers. I mean, it had clips. So this was an extra set of clips. So I went ahead and listed them, and they sold within a day. They were gone, and they didn't cost me anything. The set that I bought it was $3.99. So you could say they were 50 cents. If you want to get technical. So those were all of my sales for a week. It was a whole bunch of littles, but littles add up. See? They add up. Let's go ahead and take a look at Amazon. And Amazon for that time period, things are slowing down. I haven't sent anything in since the 3rd of May. So sales are slowly climbing down. It's kind of sad, but I know why, and that's okay because it's a decision that I made not to go sourcing for Amazon. So I knew things were going to level out, and they're starting to level out now. So still good though. I'm still happy with the way things are going. I bought good stuff apparently because it's selling and not sitting. So $508 on 17 units. Pet supplies are gone. I sold out of those a while back. So now it's mostly just toys and other items that I sent in. So anyway, that's the way things are going. This week is kind of slow. I've sold a couple things. Amazon's doing all right. I'm still selling stuff. See, there's still some things. I've still got a deposit coming through. Yeah, $500. So, not bad. Anyway, sorry about last week. I just got busy, and sorry the video is late this week, but I was just doing other stuff. So, I'm gonna go take some pictures and list some stuff so I can meet my goal into June. Gonna do it. So, I hope you guys have an amazing week. Happy selling, happy buying. Bye.